I just log on and it says something's wrong. And I'm like, what? I haven't even had a chance to do anything yet. I mean, I literally haven't had a chance to do anything yet. The hell could be wrong? So let's do this. We'll smudge the computer. Be like, we need good connection, right? We need good connection. Smudge the computer. Is Mercury retrograde done yet? I just logged on and it went, we already have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And I went, I haven't even been on. I just popped the button. It's all good, right? You got to wash your hair, Lori? Oh, I'm so glad, because I'll tell you what, that would drive me nuts. My hair's not washed every single day. There is a problem. It's just, it has to be done. It must be done. So, hi, everybody. Lordy, Lord, it's a little warm in here. This is the warmest room in the house. I have to close the vent. And I've been in here working. I just bought a new Cricut, and it just came today. So your Danes are trying to eat the Palo Santo. I don't think that might be good for them. Maybe not. So guys, stick around if you're new. I scroll through the top to the bottom constantly throughout the session. So if my guides don't say, hey, let's read for them now, they may say it in a little bit. So just hold on tight. Hold on tight. What are we going to talk about tonight? Throw out some things we want to talk about tonight, you guys. Are you guys enjoying Ashtar's communications? I am kind of, oh, thank you. I broke it. Sue L, I broke it. I have to get it fixed. Mom loves her Cricut. Did she get a Cricut? I know Grandma has one. I bought it for her. No more worry from freezing pipes again. Good. Yeah, I love the chair as well. I was sitting, my husband was doing a class on the membership the other day, and I was sitting in, it's on wood floor, and you see how the legs kind of angle out like that? No bueno. So I went, phew. Oh shit. It took off. It tried galloping away. So is Sam coming home tomorrow? We have no idea. It was 23. It's like a heat wave, right, Fanta? Beautiful. I don't even know what it got up to today. I just know that I could have gone outside without a jacket if I wanted to. My dogs are sitting here looking at me, and I don't know why. So if everybody would share one time, that'd be fabulous, right? If you're new, welcome. We are a very fun group of people. The people that are on this feed are amazing. If you're not seeing all the comments that I'm talking about, it's because I have a collective feed, and a lot of people come in on one feed. So we do have a lot of people on here. Your best feed is probably on My Mystical Life on Facebook, right, guys? Right. Okay. You would love an Akashic reading. Brenda Springer, girl, let me do that for you. We are fun peoples, right? I actually got, Haley, I got the Cricut for metal etching. You have to have a negative to be able to get a good etch on some materials for jewelry. And I thought, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to have an excuse to buy something like that. So I did. And then I went, oh my gosh, I can make t-shirts. Oh my gosh. So you guys watch, because My Mystical Life t-shirts are coming. Late bloomers t-shirts are coming. Make sure you join My Mystical Life, the Facebook page, so you can see. And because we're going to be doing a little competition, not a competition. I'm going to be doing a little thing on, okay, which logo would we like on the t-shirts? Because we're going to have cruise t-shirts. We're going to have Savannah t-shirts. If everybody wants a Savannah t-shirt, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm looking, you guys. I'm looking. So if you're brand new, welcome. Welcome to our wonderful group of people. We have a wonderful community of people. I know, t-shirts, coffee mugs, t-shirts. I'm so excited. I didn't even think about t-shirts when I bought the Cricut. Believe it or not, I didn't think about t-shirts at all. Anyways, so let's move forward. I'm Brenda Springer. we're going to do some Akashic records. If you're not aware of what Akashic records are, we're going to do some of those. We're going to bounce around a little bit this evening. I just felt the need. You need one that says crystals and coffee. Oh my gosh, Fanta, that's amazing. You're hired. So whatever we bump into tonight is what we're going to work with, right? I thought you didn't like t-shirts. I like a V-neck t-shirt. I really, really do. I like a nice V-neck. Can't stand anything around my neck. Okay. Brenda Springer. No, we didn't do that. We're not going to do that. Who was I talking to the other day that their loved one kept wanting to sing Hush Little Baby? Don't you cry. They were singing lullabies. That this person's just so persistent. Brenda, I want to talk about, so Akashic Records, you guys, are a record, hi everybody, are a record of everything your soul has ever done, is doing, or will ever do, ever. Okay? So while we can get a picture of future if we really, really stretch it, and if I really, really want to, I can even stretch in some extraterrestrial. It's on the other side of the library. Believe it or not, my library has a construction that I can see over there, but I don't usually go over there. On the other side of this bookie thing, this Dewey Decimal System thing. And if you guys want, I can describe to you what my Akashic calls look like. I can do that so you guys get a better idea of how this works. But for Brenda, what I want to talk about is a male past life. And I keep seeing gears. I keep seeing gears. It is somebody that worked on, they made parts. They made parts for something. I'm trying to figure out what the something is because it was an older something. Oh, really? That's so vague. It's a gear. They're talking about making the mechanics. This is something I would have never, ever considered as a job. I never would have thought about it ever. It is they made the mechanics and the gears that turned grist mills. They turned mills that made flour. So he was somebody that put these things together, and he and wherever he lived, this was a big thing. Now they're going to give me a time frame of like right around 1600, right around 16, and they actually say 1625. But I see these big, huge stones moving, and this person actually constructed these. This is what he did for a living, and he took care of them. So if somebody had a problem, and I feel like the parts broke often. I feel like the parts were very brittle, like the gears were made out of metal, but they were very, very brittle. And so when there was too much stress on them, he would, I know it's very specific. Hers is very specific. Sometimes I get very specific dates. His name was Jonathan. I do know that. And I actually feel he was, I actually feel like he's like Swedish or Dutch. I also see windmills. I don't know if the windmill's part of a grist mill. Does anybody know that? Does anybody know if the windmills over in the Dutch windmills are part of grain grinding? I have no idea. Google it. I have no idea. But this person kept the mechanics going, and for whatever reason, the parts broke often. If the wind maybe was going, or if it was going too quickly, he was always, oh, I see where this is going. Thank you very much. Because I'm like monologuing, going, okay, I need more information here. And he worked all the time. He traveled all the time. And he was constantly going further away, not further away, but he traveled quite great distances. I have to say he had a large family. They give me six. They give me 4 boys and 2 girls as a large family. He was very protective of those daughters, and so were his son. His sons were very protective of the daughters, which he had a lot of pride in that, by the way. He was very, very, you're part Swedish. He was very, happy about. He loved his family, but he worked way too hard, way too far away. He traveled an awful lot. And that area of his life was more neglected. They were wonderful. His wife was like stellar. His wife was stellar. She was and I hate to say this, she was a workhorse, basically. She took care of everything and allowed him to, I know, interesting job, something I've never thought about ever. It allowed him to be able to make the family very prosperous. Now, I have to say they had lots of nice stuff. Like, they didn't live above the cusp, but uppity, but they had stuff. They never needed anything. It was purchased when it was needed. It was just a very productive life. But also, what happened here in this lifetime was, while the wife was quite a workhorse, I feel like she suffered a little bit on the emotional side from lack of, obviously not lack of attention, because there were 6 kids, but lack of that feeling of being valued. So she really, really did have an issue with that in that lifetime. This is somebody also, by the way, I have to say, is in this lifetime right now, and there may be that same exchange of a lesson going on in this lifetime too. Someone doesn't feel like they're valued enough, whether it's you or the other person or whatever. But I feel like that person has this connection in this lifetime as well. So that's the lesson there, is don't shortchange somebody because you're working on something. If you stop, and this is the image they're giving me, every once in a while stop and look around and be like, what is it that I'm doing that I'm excluding somebody from, that maybe I need to be paying a little bit more attention to them? Okay. So they're just saying, pay attention to the people around you a little. And I think this will be something you're gonna notice, but it is with somebody in this lifetime that's been in that lifetime as well. Because here's the thing, you guys, when we go from life to life, we go with the same group of people. We would, hi Tammy, hi everybody, hi. If we had to relearn every soul every time around, hi Heather Moody. It would be harder for us to learn lessons, right? So we have a same group that we go around with from lifetime to lifetime, so that we can all rise together. Rising tides raise all ships, right? So we are always exchanging lessons. Now, not only that, we reach out from other pods of families as well and get a little bit of new, you see, and I realize this with your husband, okay? We get new people come in, or people that are used to our energy every once in a while, that actually they're used to our energy because we know that they're good at teaching things. So those are people we have come in as well. But I really feel like there's tiers to soul families, and I feel like this person is in that really tight tier. Okay, moving on. So I scroll up and down, you guys. There is no telling where I am good. I might pick somebody from the very top. You have no idea. So let's go with, I'm just going to scroll, and I know it's going to be in here. Diana Bradley. I have to write crystals and coffee down because that is awesome. Can I use that? Do you mind if I use your intellectual property? Diana Bradley. Interesting. What would somebody do that for? We are into unusual jobs this evening. We are into unusual jobs, all I'm going to say, because I'm sitting here going, that is horrible. It's a horrible, horrible job. The first sensation I get with this is an intense smell, an intense smell. Now, stick with me here. I cannot stand Bath and Body Works. I'm sorry. I know, but I can't even walk into Bath and Body Works. The scent of that place is too much for me. So Diana Bradley, this particular lifetime that I have, the very first thing I get is a very strong scent. It's a very strong scent. And my first thought was, oh, what are we smelling? It's going to be horrible, right? It's going to be bad. This is somebody that worked very, very closely with herbs and they actually said the word concoctions, potions, and I'm not talking like a witch or anything like that. What I'm talking about is they developed scents, smells, cologne. All right. What time frame are we in? Yeah, that's funny, but maybe. Okay. Really? All right. So as I ask what time frame we're in, I get just bear with me because I have no idea if this was a job at that time. It had to have been 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue is actually what I hear. We're going to have exact nights. We're going to have exact years tonight. My guides are like on point, right? So keep in mind, you guys, none of this is me. This is just pulling information from the other side, right? I'm just a conduit. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a conduit, man. I'm here doing a thing. So the smell, because I was also getting this like, oh, the smell is so strong. Oh wait, that looks horrible, doesn't it? Oh my God, it looks like I'm smelling my face. Oh my God, there's no accounting for me. There really isn't. There's sometimes I'm so oblivious. Anyhow, it's a let's cover the smell. It's a body cover smell. Let's cover the body odor. That's the attempt was here, to cover the body odor in layers and layers of scent. And it just made it so much worse. But I guess if you just don't smell like straight out body odor, it's better, right? I guess. But a lot of lavender was used. I know a lot of lavender was used. I see just lavender. And some kind of I hear verbena. I know it's an herb. Verbena is an herb, but I don't know if those two would go together. But it's just a really, really interesting past life. Because once again, who would have thought of that job? But that's what they did, is they would create it and they would put it in these, it wouldn't take them hardly anything to make it, but they put it in these really pretty little containers and they would sell it to the people that had money, because the people that didn't have money obviously just needed to smell, right? I don't know. You love lavender plants. So in this lifetime, so this is a female lifetime. I'm sorry, I got involved in what they were doing because it was a process. I'm seeing like a distillation process. It is a female past life, and I want to say she worked with her daughter. Her daughter was old. She was older. Her daughter was older. She worked with her daughter. I actually feel like she was widowed. Very, very self-sufficient. Very self-sufficient. And she's like, got it. I nailed that life. And she would actually walk the streets selling this. Like she walked down the streets selling this. And I actually see as a reference, like, selling hot dogs at the stand or whatever at the stadium. She would walk her out with, and they're showing me that because they're showing me the reference to the little platform in front of her. And she had the bottles on the platform, and she would go to this one thing that the people that had money would go to, and she would just walk down the street and take money and collect money for these things. And she did very, very well for herself. And she had a special dress that she wore when she did this. Like she had a specific dress that this is like the beginning of branding, you guys. This is so cool. People knew her because of her dress. And she learned how to be profitable because people knew exactly who she was because of the way she looked. And they would find her in a crowd. And they would go buy from her all the time because she was easier to find than the other people that just wandered around and did the same thing. Hi, my BFF, Shannon Sargent. How are you? So this is a really, really interesting, really interesting past life. So let me see how she passed away. She passed away of a fever. I do know that because I get this. I can't barely breathe. I'm so hot. And she was stifled. I mean, she was just so hot. She was so stifled. You rocked it, Diana. You rocked it in that lifetime. She had 3 grandchildren. She had 3 grandchildren when she passed away. I feel like she was fairly young for us in our standards. But for her, she was probably older. I get a number of 48. Wow, we have numbers dropping tonight like crazy. If you guys are new, make sure you go over to My Mystical Life on Facebook and give us a like so you know when we are online. I do this often. It's not always Akashic records, and we just kind of fell into that this evening. So it could be animal totems, could be mediumship, could be channeling Ashtar, could be anything, right? So let's move on. I do know she passed away from a fever, and she'd lost her hearing beforehand. Okay, let's move on. Don't forget, I scroll up and down, you guys. Da-dum-da-dum. Isis Kilmer. This is the kind of evening we're having. I don't know. Okay. Isis Kilmer. Are you still here, Isis? This is what I see here. Make sure you go over to My Mystical Life, you guys. If you're on Late Bloomers, Healers, and Intuitives, any group, this is all we see is Facebook user. So head over to My Mystical Life or YouTube, which is YouTube, My Mystical Life. Yeah. Is Isis still here? Oh, she's here. Okay. Actually, I'm supposed to ask you, Isis, I'm supposed to ask you if you want to know a past life. I'm supposed to ask you. I know your answer pretty much, I think. But you can say no when you're not going to hurt my feelings. It's okay. I don't know why they said to ask. What am I drinking? I am drinking turmeric tea with heavy whipping cream in it. It's turmeric and something else. There's lag, so I'm waiting for Isis to reply. I don't know why they said, Isis, I don't know if maybe you're being protective of your energy lately, or if because you had a protective guide come out and be like, I think we need to check in first. If you're managing your energy or something along those lines, they were really checking in on that. If everybody could share one time. Oh, it is good. It's really good. It's turmeric chai. That's it. Turmeric chai. I know it was something else. Oh no, I use the heavy whipping cream for keto. It gets in the fat calories so that you can like lose weight. I get it at Walmart. I'll have to find out I have to see which package it is. Okay, you've been working on protection. Okay, I was checking. I was like, there's something different. Yeah, I'm not a big, yeah, okay. So I got to move forward. What? Okay, now come on. We are in the evening of odd jobs. Okay, we are in the evening of odd jobs and a little bit of pinpoint timing. Hi, Colleen. I need to talk to you, Colleen. Glenn couldn't make it to his orientation because they were under snow emergency. I hope he's still okay. So Isis is stereotypical as it sounds. We're going to take you to Egypt. I hate doing predictability. I mean, but that's exactly where every time I go to reach for a new record, they're like, no, we're going to do this one. We're going to do this one. Oh, I understand why. Thank you. Okay. So when we're doing Akashic records, we can say, I want to know about XYZ, right? I want to know about this time frame because I'm fascinated with it. Well, that's great. But your guides are always going to know where you need to go. Okay. So this particular lifetime is a a male past life. This is not, this person didn't get very old. I want to say this person was along the lines of, he had been bartered for. Okay. So he wasn't living in his home. I know that. And I hesitate to call him a slave only because I feel like that's not the correct word. There was another word for this person. Absolutely, Colleen. He called them right away and they said they were going to reschedule, but we're just nervous. He couldn't get out of the driveway at all. There was like a foot of snow, however much snow. Oh, I know. Yes, it's my comfy chair though. So this person was bartered for. I feel like one person switched off for another person. Okay. But the thing that comes to mind with this really, really predominantly, and they keep showing this a lot, was this person was their sole job. It seems like their sole job was to bathe somebody else. I know this is the weirdest thing. Their sole job was to wash the feet of somebody else. I don't know why. The person wanted clean feet. The person, and I do know that the person that they washed the feet of, this person washed the feet of, was very high born, because they show him sitting on a throne. So it had to have been one of the pharaohs or, one of their wives, or because I can't see anything beyond the feet and the throne. So makes sense. Does it make sense to you, Isis? Because to me, it doesn't. But I feel like this person was always, okay, so we're going to call him the whipping boy, basically. This person displeased the person just because they existed, okay? Just because they existed. And this other person, this person in power felt so awesome about being able to smack him across the head. And the reason I know that is I get this instant feeling like somebody boxed my ears quite often. And I can actually see a little bit of blood coming out of the ears. So I think that this person had some hearing loss as time went on. I'm going to tell you that this person didn't live very long. The image that I see of this person when they were washing feet was probably about 12 to 14 years old and just incredibly, incredibly sad. Okay. And the other thing I have to say about this is I know he passed away from a snake bite. I do know that he passed away from a snake bite. Now, how he passed away was he was made sport of. And this is, I'm sorry, you guys, these things happened. And it was the way some people pass away in past lives may seem, well, they are horrible, right? So I don't even know. It was like some sort of game that people in power did with people that had no control over their lives, I guess. And he had angered this guy or this person or whoever he was. It was definitely a man that he was washing his feet. And it's like they threw him in a room with snakes. It's like they threw him in a room with snakes. I don't understand why. First of all, why would we have a room with snakes? But, and I feel like he actually lasted a really long time. Like he stood against the wall and he was very still and he was very still and he was exhausted. He was exhausted from the stress of it and the physical strength of staying up against a wall. Okay, so here's part of the message that this is in this lifetime. When he sat down on the ground, there was a space that he was able to come sit down on the ground. And he just slid down the wall, sit down on the ground. Because he couldn't stand anymore. And up come, they did it for entertainment. Right? Up come this big snake and it went right into his face. I mean, it got right in his face and just was looking at him, just was looking at him. It's the strangest image they're giving me. I'm trying to pick it apart, trying to figure out what the whole thing is supposed to mean here, because that's the difference, you guys, between somebody that reads and somebody that doesn't read. We just know how to put the pieces together. Everybody's an intuitive, right? So, and I'm kind of seeing it like a motion picture at this point, where it's just this movie where there's a snake in front of him and he's just watching the snake and watching the snake. I understand. In this lifetime, he just got so tired of being used as a as entertainment, or as just a piece of manual labor. I actually, and this might mean something to you, Isis. He reached forward and grabbed that snake. He reached forward and grabbed that snake and made the personal choice. He made the personal choice to step out of that life. He did it on purpose. He grabbed the snake. And I think that it was in the snake's nature. I don't think, there's anything metaphysical about the snake getting up in his face. I think it's the snake's nature to come up and confront. Whatever kind of snake this is, come up and was just protecting its area. And it was its nature to do that. And he knew it would be its nature to strike as well. I don't know. I also have to say he had a sister. He had a sister that he really, really was very, very concerned for her safety. And he didn't know where she was. And that really ate him. He really cared for siblings, and he couldn't find her. He didn't know where she was. And he felt like he failed. So that was a big thing as well. Moving on. Wow, that life has a lot of energy to it. A lot of energy. When I'm working within the Akashic calls, you guys, I'm working with Metatron and I'm working with Saint Germain. And I'm also asking Saint Germain to come in and just bring in so much violet flame, cut cords, bring in so much healing for that as well. It was a very intense life, short, but intense. It just really shows what people have gone through and the diversity and the experiences that we have as lives. I mean, we've been to Sweden or Dutch, or I don't know a whole lot about geography over there, but grist mills, and I can't remember what the second one was. What was the second one? I don't remember. So it's a lot of diversity. Okay. Moving on. Sounds like a bring it on kind of it. Dude, what are you doing? Be careful of him. He breaks easy. That's all I need is a dog to break while Sam's not home. Right? I can't take that kind of light. A perfume person. That's right. The perfume person to cover up the stink of people. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are in them tonight, aren't we? Let's see. Let's scroll on. Can we get something a little bit more, mundane? D. Bashaw. I go with who my guides tell me to, you guys. So just because I don't pull you right now doesn't mean I'm not going to pull you. It's just I go in the order they tell me to. What is that music? I hear a minuet. Fun day. I hear, hi, Ayla. Hi, Patty. I hear a minuet. There's, no, right? I hear a dog. Yeah, Beaver's over here singing to me. What I see right out the gate is, and it's going to sound weird. We're going to flesh it out as we go along here. Really? Hey, I'm online. Thank you. He don't care. He's humming along. It's a basset hound. He's whining. The first thing I see is a dress dancing. And I'm trying to figure out the dress. Because we can tell a lot about clothing when it comes to Akashic Records, right? I know it's England. You're here live. You're not a cat. I'm not a cat, right? It's in England. It's in Europe. I'm going to place it in Europe. Seriously, dude. I'm going to place it in Europe. Because there's a mixed culture. There's a mixed culture of people in one room, and they're having a gala, a party. Everybody's dancing, and everybody's dancing in unison, and it's very beautiful. And it's not royalty; it's just people that have money, right? Yeah, they're over here on the couch, on the floor. You can kind of see Odin. It is people that have money. Yeah, it's like a ball. Yeah, it's a ball. And here's the person. That we're going to talk about. She has a walking stick. She's the grande dame of the ball, by the way. She is the older woman that, the person in charge of the family. Everybody is accountable to her, that kind of thing. And she has this stick. It's her home. It's her place. It's a huge home, by the way. And she has a stick. She has royalty in her blood. I do know that. She has a title. And when she was done, she would boom, the stick on the floor, and everybody stopped. She liked things very exact. When she wanted something, she got something. When she wanted everybody to sit down and listen to what she had to say, everybody sat down and listened to what Duchess. I get like Duchess, something along those lines. She had a title, but it's not like it was like in the court of the queen or anything like that. It was, this person just felt like they were the shit, man. Everybody listened when she spoke. And she wore black. She was a widow. This is a really good question. Is D here? Because she was earlier. Let me see. Is D here? It was D. I'm going to continue. If she's here, then it wasn't the queen. She was just really in charge of stuff. She did have a title. She was in charge of her domain, right? She had daughters. She didn't have any sons. She had daughters. And she had grandsons. Her grandsons were her favorites because she didn't have any boys. That was a big deal to her. I have to say she died of some sort of cough, some sort of maybe pneumonia. She had some sort of deep rattled cough. I don't think Dee's here anymore. Yeah, she passed from some deep cough, but she had a huge family, and there was a lot of people that presided over her grave. I do know that. Oh, that's me. I did that. Stop. Damn it! I tapped on the table. Tuberculosis very well could have been because I see a little blood. I just closed the door. Okay. Since Dee's not here, we're going to move on. Okay, moving on. Stephanie Augusta. If I can keep my feed from moving. Hi, Mystical Lifers. Stephanie Augusta. Stephanie. Trying to figure out what you're cooking. This is America. I know it's Eastern Seaboard. $1700s. Male past life. Interesting. Chocolatier, candy maker. I keep seeing chocolate laid out on a pan and then scraped back and then laid back out in a pan. I don't know what the hell they're doing with it. I'm like, what do you do with the chocolate? But it was like it was a delicacy, absolute delicacy. Like this was expensive stuff. And they spent a lot of time making small candies. I'm not quite sure. They're obviously an immigrant. Obviously an immigrant from France. There's a language barrier when he had to have somebody talk for him. They spent time wrapping these things up in little pieces of paper. I understand. Thank you. Your family is a Mayflower family from England. How cool. How cool is that? I want to talk about second chances with this lifetime. I want to talk about, I got to stop tapping the table before the dogs go nuts again. This gentleman, and I want to call him a gentleman. I felt like he was very proper. He was very, oh, okay. Then. Okay. So this man was very, very proper. I'd take some dollar store. I'd take some of that clearance Valentine's candy, right? Donna, have you gotten any crystals lately? Because you might have some in there. You might have some in the bottom of a crystal box. So my initial impression was this person was very, very shy and did not want to talk about being in love with somebody. Okay. And it was somebody he worked with, the person that he sat and did the candies with. He wrapped candies with. And this person was also his translator. And there was he couldn't be outward. He couldn't vocalize. He could not say, I have feelings for you. I want to live with you. I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I, of course, my initially went to, he's, maybe she was much younger than him, got all these hey, I like Aldi's wine. They have some good wines. The mulled wines are good from Aldi's. But you guys on chocolate, I'm so sorry. Go watch Chocolate on, with, I can't remember his name. Actually, this man was married. He had been married. And his wife had passed away. I do see that he tried to be legitimate. He says he's tried to be legitimate. I just don't shoot the messenger. And I feel like she passed away right before he came to America. And Chocolat is a good movie, right? The reason I say he felt like he was trying to be legitimate is because the guy that he worked with a gentleman. He worked with a gentleman. He was in love with the guy that he worked with. Who's going to do that and talk about that in early America, like in the 1700s or whatever? Johnny Depp, thank you. In a very, very Christian society at the time, they would not have taken that very well, right? So he really did love this other person, and I don't think that he could express that. And here's the sad part. I think the other person loved him as well, and they could not do anything about that. I feel like that was a lifetime of needs unmet, of love undiscussed. My family would have come out of the closet. You're rebels, right? But I just really feel like this was a lifetime of quiet when there should have been some discussion and of sadness. That is really sad. It kind of makes me want to cry because I can get the emotion with that of, I just want to be happy. I just want to love, and just pulling back from that. Pulling back from that. It's a sad life. It's a sad life, right? And when I ask, and this is a sad answer, guys, sorry. And I'm like, okay, so how did he pass away? And the answer I get is, how can you pass away when you never really lived? Ouch. Ouch. And they don't tell me how you passed. That's a tough answer, right? Yeah, so many lessons on that one. Loss, and I don't get me wrong, he loved his wife. Okay. I don't like those oompas. I don't like the Johnny Depp version. I like the old one. Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. Okay. If everybody could share one time, I love you. And let's see who else. I'm supposed to pull a card. That was sudden, wasn't it? Pull a card. All right. Let's see. What card do we want to pull? Okay. Yeah. No. Yes. Bergsman. Okay. They said do your favorites. Yeah. Johnny Depp makes it so creepy. This is my Jody Bergsman deck, my guys. My favorite deck of cards. I've kind of tried to break the habit of using them all the time. So I have a dozen or two or three other decks of cards up here that I picked from. You guys notice that there's like a lot of decks of cards. Just when you think you've like seen all my cards. Oh, look, there's a new one. Okay. I also am going to be taking some pictures of the crystal room, because I'm going to be doing shelf sales where I have been rearranging the shelves. I know Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder was an amazing, amazing person. He spent the last half of his life funding young artists and teaching them. Like, it's just an amazing person. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be doing, I've been rearranging the shelves into color coordination because I had nothing else to do, right? So I'm not done with them yet. So I saw something. Well, I will do questions in just a second. Don't want to miss this. For our past lives, should we do anything to honor their lives? Always just be grateful and accepting of any information that comes in, and just take it in, because it's part of your own energy. It's part of your own soul. Those are your own personal halls, right? And the energies that we're talking about, people are really putting themselves out there to say, hey, let's talk about my past life. It's not just a story. It is an energy. To meditate in that room, I mean to tell you, that room is off the charts right now. What is today? If Sam does not come home tomorrow because of weather, I will hold a small crystal sale tomorrow evening. Ooh, there's our card. Ooh, look at our card, right? Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Prosperity. Isn't that a beautiful card? These are the Jody Bergsma cards, you guys. I'll show you the front in just a minute. And this is what Ashtar has been talking about the past couple mornings, right? I've been trying to be consistent. I'm going to try to be really, really consistent on bringing Ashtar across in the mornings and typing that out. And Ellie and I are going to sit and we're going to schedule a channeling session in the evening, if possible, with her, because I know she's in Ireland. I really need to find somebody here in the U.S. so that we're not really keeping her up till like 3 o'clock in the morning to do a channeling session. But I need to find someone to facilitate channeling for me in the evenings as well. But this is all about prosperity. This is about living from your heart and manifesting what you want and bringing it out. Because when we give thanks for the things that we haven't even received yet, that's when the abundance flows in. And that's when we get a lot of really great stuff happening in our lives, right? Aren't they adorable? Aren't they adorable? Oh my gosh, this makes me want to sit down and paint. I need to sit down and paint. I have emu eggs in the refrigerator I got to blow out. Damn it, I forgot about those. Anybody want to come up and blow out the eggs? I don't want to do it. It's so funny because I even have a pool pump. Oh, not a pool pump, a fish tank bubbler to blow the eggs out because I can't stand doing it. Okay, so this is our card. It's about prosperity, giving thanks for the things that we have. And this includes, hi, Erin. This includes every lesson that we've ever had, whether we like the lesson or not. There are so many lessons. Where do we learn, you guys? You all know this answer. Where do we learn? Where do we learn? Throw it up there, you guys. Where do we learn? I know you guys know the answer. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to say, hey, don't forget, we do have such an incredible community of people. We will be in Savannah, Georgia, meeting up, having a freaking blast in the middle of April. The box cover, absolutely. Jody Bergsma, these are wonderful, wonderful cards. Wonderful cards. I will pull a couple more cards. Can we call in our past lives to yes, we're going to do some Akashic record questions here in just a minute. Like, what's your questions about the records? First and foremost, you guys, you don't see that I'm taking donations or anything like that, and I have no problem with people doing that. I just don't do it. I'm a teacher foremost. That's why I'm taking a break from reading for now. Amanda Ross, I was just answering this. I'm taking a break from reading for now. Make sure you like My Mystical Life, or even go over to mymysticallife.com, you guys, so you know that's where you're going to know first when I go back to doing readings, and there will be a specific amount of readings available. You can find us here at mymysticallife.com. On the pages, you can also find classes on what's your clair. There's one on the main page, I believe, on the main page about what is your clair. So you can pinpoint what your clair is. And that's what I do is I work with people, and everybody on the face of the planet is psychic. Everybody. The only difference is between somebody, and don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do it. Don't ever let anybody ever tell you that, because you have that capacity. The only difference between them and somebody that's not a reader is we have figured out how. Kaylee's a late bloomer. I have to let you into the group. I have to do that. The only difference is we have figured out how to connect the dots and read the language that our guides are giving us to give you the message. How can you find the typed Ashtar? It is on My Mystical Life on Facebook. That is where the Ashtar channelings will be going. Is to my shit to My Mystical Life on Facebook. Sorry, I just got sideswiped. Not amused. But we have a mediumship development class coming up. The new one is, did I get rid of Jeff? We'll talk about Jeff in just a second. The mediumship class starts in March. It's a 4-week class. And then at the end of April, we have a new late bloomers class starting. So if you want to be a reader, you just want to get in touch with your intuition, head over to mymysticallife.com. There's even an opt-in or sign up or some kind of tab at the top to get on the mailing list. We don't spam or anything like that, but I do let people know when classes are and stuff like that are coming up. As I was making perfume for stinky bodies. Right, Diana, I know it's not what you expected. You guys, I wish everybody could be Cleopatra, but it's just not the way it goes. Some people take care of stinky people. Yes, you bring skills from one lifetime to another. So Jeff is on the other side, and I believe he's there, and I believe he's very happy over there. I spent yesterday chatting with him instead of just trying to push him over and transition him. And we just, casually, every once in a while, I would just start talking to him, and he'd start talking back, and moved closer and closer to the light until I was talking to his grandpa, and I'm like, hey, I belong to you. And so his grandfather started talking to him, and here I am. It's so funny because if you guys work with transitioning people, or I'm a shaman, so I'm standing like right outside the light, and I'm going, you need to take him. He needs to go. And his grandpa's standing there, and he just kind of walks up to his grandpa, takes his hand, and walks on. So yeah, it was really, really interesting. Yes, that's psychopomp. It's psychopomp. And sometimes we have to be a little bit more creative to get him to go over. And what I realized was I was trying to push him into the light instead of explain why he should go there, and there's no fear, and that he didn't need to stick around. Me, that I had no problem with him. So yeah. And who Jeff was an ex-boyfriend from high school, you guys, that met a tragic end, and just didn't want to go. He had issues with me or something. Okay, so welcome, Kaylee. Welcome. I haven't gotten the welcome email out for Kaylee yet, or message out on private membership. She is now part of the private membership for late bloomers, which we have on mymysticallife.com. So I'm going to tell you about it really quickly, and then we're going to take questions and answers about how to work in the Akashic calls. For as little as $11.11 a month, there's 3 different levels, but for at least $11.11 a month, we do a giveaway. This is this month's giveaway. This is this month's giveaway. Really beautiful ammonite pair. We do 4 live classes a month, unless we're traveling, and then it's recorded. And we do guided meditations. We do interviews. We do member spotlights. We do crystal classes. What is the other one? What am I missing? Oh, remote healing sessions, depending on your level. So there's so many things that we do within the membership, and we have discussions and all sorts of fun stuff. So a lot of fun for as little as $11.11 a month. We just have a great time. But you sent me a movie called Psychopomp. I haven't watched it yet. Did you just send it to me, or was it the other day? I can't remember. You sent me something the other day too. So what else do you get for the highest class? In the highest, the 55, you get all of everything. You get everything because the healing sessions are gold and platinum. But also with the platinum, you get a 30-minute private tutor session each month with me. So you get to book your own 30-minute private tutor session with me. And I offer those anyway. So if you guys go to My Mystical Life, you can find that I do offer tutor sessions. So if you're looking to develop, or you're looking for more information on your psychic development, I do tutor sessions. So, okay. So let's see. What kind of questions? Shells. You have a lot of shells in the house. We have a really beautiful ammonite in the other room that I just It's the IMD about the My Mystical Life. Okay. I'll look at it. Thank you, Erin. Thank you. So what kind of questions do we have? Can we go to the Akashic Halls and check out our information? Everybody can do it. They are your personal halls. Everybody can go into their Akashic records and check out their information. You know what? I think we'll do a guided meditation. Maybe I'll make an event on Facebook. So make sure you're on My Mystical Life at Facebook. You guys go over and like My Mystical Life. I'm going to do an event to take you to your Akashic halls. We'll do a shamanic journey to your halls. So you can go view a past life. Everybody can go there. It is your right. It is your soul records. The key is knowing how to get there, right? It's not hard. It's not hard. I'm what's called a spirit walker. I can drop my brain waves down really quickly to get into the meditative brainwave pattern, to be able to step into meditation and still be like at the cusp of two brainwaves and do it this way instead of dropping down into meditation. I also can do shamanic journey that way and healing sessions that way as well. I don't know why. It's just the way my guides. I don't put my name up on the screen. My actual medicine name is Spirit Walker. I just don't put it up there. I just don't need to. It's just something sacred. But that is what I do. Yeah, I need to write that down so I don't forget it. We'll do it next week. Akashic Halls journey. Okay, I have to write things down. I'll forget. So let's see. What kind of questions do you have about the Akashic Halls? I can give you an idea of what my Akashic Halls look like and when I step in, because I also do something called a soul awakening. I'm not offering it right now, but when I do, there's only going to be maybe 2 appointments open for soul awakening, because this is a high energy healing session. I only am going to offer 2 of them at a time when I do open up for readings and healing sessions, which is going to be about 3 months. The Akashic Soul Awakening is where I drop you down into shamanic trance. And after you're down in there and you're all comfy and you have Archangel Michael standing there with you, I step down into shamanic trance with you, and we meet within your trance. Like in your trance, I walk up to you and we go on the rest of the journey together. Then we go meet Archangel Metatron. And from there, we move over to Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. And from there, we are given access to your Akashic Halls. And we walk into your Akashic Halls. Now, keep in mind, you are going to remember all of this at the end of it, as well as there's a recording. But at the end, when we step into your Akashic Halls, we bring back up to 7 soul fragments. So I'm doing a shamanic soul retrieval within the Akashic Halls to bring back soul fragments from past lives that have unfinished issues, or they had trauma that knocked a soul fragment off and has left them a little depleted in an area. So we go in and I bring in up to 7. Not always do I bring 7, because sometimes it's really, really high energy. And you get to actually, this is really, I always recommend having Kleenex. Some of the people on here have had it done. I know Lori Spears has. You get to, in your journey, meet your soul fragments. Do not ask me how this works. I don't know. I just know that I'm told to do it. It is something that was handed to me by Metatron and Saint Germain, and they told me how to do it and what process to do. And I mean to tell you, the healing that goes on in this hour and a half is so deep and so profound and so beautiful that the person I'm working on is crying, and I'm crying too. When we come out, I'm like, oh my God. So, Renee Lloyd's had it done, right? Yeah. It really is amazing. It really, really is an amazing thing. it's kind of a culmination of all of the things I've learned. And make sure you guys go over, get on the list on mymysticallife.com, subscribe. That's the button, subscribe. So when I will always put it out on that email first for when I go to do readings. So make sure you're on that list to know, because I'm only going to offer 2 every 3 months. I only do 1 a week. I will only do 1 a week. You have enough issues, not adding more to the mix. No, Taylor, it is a matter of healing issues. I'm right across the street from your mom. All you got to do is come over. I'll do it for you in person. I'll do it for you in person. So, but yeah, just make sure you're on the list. What? She'll cry, then I'll cry. We'll all cry. It really is an amazing thing, but it's done within the Akashic Halls. And here's what's really beautiful about it. Not only do you get to see and feel, you pick up the emotions from that past lifetime, you see the healing that goes on as well. And once I have brought all that energy back and restored it to soul self, you get to hold that energy. You get to bring that person in and hug them and bring them into soul center. Amazing. It's the most amazing, so humbling, so very humbling to be able to do it. I'm telling you what, it is really, really cool. What if we found out we were a serial killer or something? Wouldn't that be more traumatic? Here's the thing. I've brought across serial killers before. I brought across muggers and rapists, and we it's part of our past lives. There's no judgment for me. I'm not going to judge anybody about it, because it's all learning, it's all healing. And if you were a serial killer in that past life, I've brought back Jack the Ripper's victim before. Let me tell you how traumatic that is, because you feel that, right? That needs to be healed. That needs to be healed, right? And we learn from that. That is when our soul just kind of took a darker moment, and we did maybe that on purpose. We needed to be the victimizer, not the victim. So maybe there's a diversity in lifetimes where somebody's really aggressive, and the next lifetime they're the victim, and they're trying to figure out both sides of that. So there's always yin and yang. We're always learning. So my question is that when we have the past lives, would it be the reason why we have our diseases and arthritis, etc.? Now, on a shamanic level, it is really intense, you guys. It really is intense. On a shamanic level, when someone has diseases and things along those lines, there's several different reasons for this. By the way, I teach shamanism, you guys. I teach shamanism. There's a shamanic apprenticeship over there as well that you can start at any time. And there's recorded classes that you can start with. And then there's chats, and we do all sorts of get together online and stuff. Within shamanism, when we have disease, arthritis issues and things like that, it's because of blockages in our energy, intrusions in our energetic field, and sometimes attachments that have attached themselves, energies that have forgotten to move over, and they've attached themselves to our energetic field. And here's it as an example. So say Great Aunt Gertie, Gertie was an alcoholic. I usually use her as a purple hat old lady, but we're going to make Great Aunt Gertie today is going to have an alcohol problem. Okay. So Great Aunt Gertie passes away 10 years ago. All you have to do is go to mymysticallife.com, and it is in classes. It's in the classes, and it is. Don't expect it to be an easy class, because there's a lot of introspect. There's a lot of going in, and it's a 12-month class. I don't mess around. I'm not going to just be like, wham, bam, thank you, bam, you're a shaman. No, we don't do that shit. But anyhow, so say Great Aunt Gertie was an alcoholic. She passed away 10 years ago, right? Great Aunt Gertie forgot to go over. Great Aunt Gertie's a little angry now. After a while, spirit energy starts to deteriorate when it's stuck, when it's not sure where it's supposed to be. So it starts to deteriorate. There's somebody that was younger that they maybe knew Great Aunt Gertie, or Great Aunt Gertie was a loved one that she liked them a lot. And all of a sudden this person starts drinking, and this person is angry. And a shaman can go in there and go, I see this lady with a purple hat. Do you know her? Let me help her transition so she's happy again and she can regenerate. So that is another reason as well. But a lot of energy blockage and things like that. Do we have lives on do we have past lives on other planets? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man, I was gonna in star seeds. I had something I was supposed to write down today and I didn't do it. We have oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Thank you. We have a lot of us that are here right now are actually here from extraterrestrial origins to start with, and we're here in this harder school to yes, the disruption of chi, absolutely. We're here in this harder school right now because the earth needs us, right? And the extraterrestrial star seed energies that are here because they have more experience. Absolutely here for more because they have the experience to get us through and move us forward. So there's so much information. You guys, it's just amazing. We're actually in the membership. We're in the middle. We just started extraterrestrials this last week. By the way, if you join, English, what? If you join the membership, you don't just get every class that we have coming up. You get the whole library of classes that are behind it as well. So you get all of the, we just did the class on Syrians, but we're going to break it down further to A, B, and C because there's differences, right? But we have the grounding, centering, protecting, all the meditations, all the journey work, all that is in the library. So you get all that, and then what's coming up as well. But right now we're into aliens. What? The disruption of cheese? Cheese. I like cheese. So we have a lot of stuff that is in our toolbox. As intuitives and spiritual people, we have a lot of stuff in our toolbox, right? It's our job to share it. That's why I call myself the teacher. I'm teacher, not preacher. I want you to learn. I want you to have fun doing it. The spiritual journey should be done with a smile, man. It raises your vibration so much quicker than not that mindfulness, I'm not saying mindfulness, but I'm just saying super serious spirituality. Just to me it's so stifling. I need to laugh. I need to have joy. And that's why this community is so amazing, because like-minded people, right? We gravitate towards each other. What about mental illness? Carol Brickell. Same thing with mental illness as I was talking about attachments. If somebody was unbalanced and they've attached themselves to another person, the same symptoms happen. I'm always trying to find balance. That's what we should be doing. Always trying to find balance. There is yin for every yang. It is, you're going to find that you're going to have past lives that you were the aggressor, you were the passive person, you were the rich person, you were the poor person, you were the old person, you were the young person, you were the husband, you were the wife. We go around in cycles and circles trying to figure it out so that we can eventually say our group has risen and let's rise up together. And just that's what we're doing. We're all rising up together. That's what we should be doing. We should be helping each other. We're so glad you found us too, Sandra. We are what? We are fun freaking people, aren't we? Okay. What is the group we're talking about? If you go to mymysticallife.com, I'll even put the link here directly to the page. I'm so sparkly. I just changed my banner and it just went pink and sparkles. And I went, what the hell is that? There. That's the direct link to our membership, you guys. We do classes on Monday evenings. If you can't catch them on Monday, the live classes on Monday evenings, then they go up as a recorded class. We are fun people. You felt a bit disengaged. That's okay, Erin. That's okay. Sometimes we pull back, right? We are a soul tribe. Andra Day. We are a fun bunch of nuts. We are a lovely bunch of coconuts, aren't we? Speaking of our lovely bunches of coconuts, uh, Amber Allen, we are fun, right? And I'm not talking about me. I'm not. Savannah. We're meeting in Savannah, April 16th and 17th. April 16th and 17th. I watched for a distance for a couple of months. And you know what? I appreciate that. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. April 16th and 17th, we're meeting in Savannah, Georgia in a very safe social distancing sort of way to just gather and have fun. I'm not charging anybody for anything. I just want to we were going to go on a girls trip and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's meet some people. Let's have a good time. Let's do a paranormal investigation. So we're going to walk around Savannah's Callahan Park, I think it's called, or Callahan Park, on Saturday evening, and we are going to stretch our intuitive muscles. So we are going to, if you have equipment and you want to bring it, you're more than welcome to. But we're going to walk around. It's the most haunted square in Savannah and do a paranormal investigation there that evening. That morning, Saturday morning on the 17th, we're going to go meet at Bonaventure Cemetery and walk around, take pictures of the statuary, reach out a little bit as well. And then the night before that, Friday night, we are going to do a dinner cruise on the paddle boat, the Georgia Queen. I need to get those reservations for our party, and everybody's just, all you have to do is get there and book your cruise dinner, and everything else is, we're just kind of having fun. I know, I'm social distancing for the respect of other people is really it. We were going to try and book a space, and then I would have to charge everybody, and I didn't want to do that. I just want to go have fun. We need to get out, right? I had a little cabin fever day. I went shopping. Let me know if you see the floating ghost in the square. Yeah, that's there's supposed to be from the main house right there in the square. There's supposed to be a lot of them. And it's also an unmarked grave for Native Americans. What a great place. Yeah, we're staying at the mansion on Forsyth. To be there or be square. And then, well, we're talking about Sedona later on in the year. But we have a lot of people asking about I'm going to say this, and this feed's going to explode. Salem. We have a lot of people asking about Salem in October. So I'm talking. Your damn door made a popping noise, scared you. The Salem thing. I'm talking to Sam about it. We'll see. For the Salem thing, what I'm thinking about doing is, if we do that, I'm going to do a gallery mediumship in Salem. I will do a gallery mediumship, possibly an Ashtar channeling as well, where people can ask questions. I know, Sedona. What? Yes, the place is insane during October. That's why I have to plan in advance. And that will be an event where we would have to, you know what, Salem for me as well, I think of it more as a sad place for people that were persecuted that really didn't need to be persecuted. It's very commercial. Okay. But if people want to go, we'll do it. I like Salem. It's okay. I've only been there for one day. But we will be offering something there. That is the first trip I think we'll actually be offering a structured thing. And here we go again. Let's talk about what else we're doing. Here's the cruise. 2022, April or February, end of February 2022. We will be on the Spirit Heart Cruise we'll be going to Costa Maya, Cozumel, and someplace else, Roatan. It's a 6-day cruise. It is a spiritual intuitive conference as well. So we have 25 plus speakers. I don't even know how many speakers we have right now. I'll be the lead speaker on the cruise, which is kind of exciting. And I will be speaking about shamanism. So everybody, if you book the cruise, you only have to have a $100 deposit, and you can cancel. By the way, this is really important. You can cancel at any time between on the cruise and get your money back. So if you can't make it, but it holds your room, and I know the rooms are going quickly. So, but if you book, make sure you say my name when you're booking, because if you don't get the goodie bag, and you don't get put into the special stuff, because we have special things going on for My Mystical Life people. Since we're the lead speaker, to go do drumming circles and stuff like that. So if you book and you have to cancel, then you have to cancel. But if you want to book later and the rooms are gone, I can't do anything about that. So there you go. On the good ship Lollipop. No, we are on the second largest cruise ship in the world. It's only 5 years old. It is Royal Caribbean, and I can't remember the name of the ship. But the tickets are really not that bad. The conference and the cruise altogether is like $950 for an interior room. A lot of fun. We have Egyptologists going. We have numerologists going. We have shamans going. We have mediums going. It's amazing. Royal Caribbean. It's Royal Caribbean. So that's 2022. I know. It's everybody's gonna be ready to travel, right? Allure of the Seas. Thank you, Isis. There's so many people on the feed right now that are already signed up to go. Like, already signed up to go. We are going to be the ones that they put in the corner. We're going to be put in the corner. No, we're not, because we're going to be very well behaved. We'll be over in the corner doing the wave. They're going to be like, stop. Your mom is Darlene McLean. You're bringing, yay. You guys are coming. That's amazing. That's awesome. That is awesome. So awesome. That's so exciting. It really, really is so exciting. We're going to have so much fun. And the energy on the boat is crazy. The energy on the boat. Nobody puts late bloomers in the corner, right? We're going to have t-shirts. I'm making t-shirts. So, why am I glad that and I can't remember who sat back and watched for a couple months before they commented. Why am I glad they did that? Because I believe this very strongly. If I'm not your cup of tea and our people aren't your cup of tea, hey, Liz, then that is perfect for you. Okay. I don't want people just going on and picking on anybody, getting in anybody's energy. Okay. There's people do this. They go all over the internet, all over Facebook, and then pick here, talk. I want a reading. And what you're doing is you're putting yourself out to the availability, your energy out to the availability. So many different people, right? You don't know those people. They may be good at this. And if you're not really good at them being an empath and targeting and knowing how to trust somebody, then you've put your energy at the foot of somebody else. And I would much rather somebody watch and then eventually say, hey, I'm here, than say right out the gate, this. You did the same thing, and now you're a late bloomer. I love that. It's because I'm sarcastic as hell. Let's face it. We are not all sunshine, rainbows, and unicorn farts. All right. We're just not. And that's okay. We have to have a little bit of personality, right? And we do. We have lots of personality here. I see them a lot, and it gets annoying at times. It really does. And it's one of those things you'll notice, anybody that's been on my feed for any length of time, when someone pops on and they're like, I want a reading. I want manners. Where are manners, right? Hi, how are you today? I would enjoy a reading. You're going to get so much further with me that way than I want a reading, because I will not read you at that point. I'm just telling you. I don't care telling you straight out, you guys. Etiquette. Are unicorn farts purple? I have no idea, but I would imagine purple glitter. I would imagine purple glitter. You feel like the boat is going to sink? The boat better not sink. Yeah, you always ask nicely and use manners. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not talking about normal people. Our people that are here on the feed, our people that we know are here, and we see them in the regulars. You know, that's a thing, right? That's a thing. We know each other. We do. We have created an incredible community, and we know each other. But when somebody brand new comes in and they are just rude. Mm-mm. Do they smell like cotton candy? I would say, yeah. Right? And they smell like lilacs. I think cotton candy smells better. Diana, do you prefer cotton candy or lilacs? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's pull a card. Yeah. You know, there's so many wonderful people on here. And then other people, you can tell the new ones that go around to feed. You can tell them. You pay attention and you'll know. They will post one post after another. Boom, 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 boom. I want you to stop. Lilacs? All right, Diana. I'm honest, y'all. I'm honest. I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I will. Ask my husband. He's still working, or he would be on with us. Yes, some come in and are so pushy. And you know, I pay attention to energy. Jennifer, hello. I pay attention to energy. If it's not an energy that I'm going to engage in, you live in the lilac city. No, you don't, Diana. If it's not an energy I don't want to engage with, I won't. And then you get people that'll go, so-and-so needs XYZ. Yeah, oh yeah. I'll tell you how I feel. That sounds like, hello, Bill and Ted. Hello. Oh, shh. Okay. This is our card. Oh my gosh, you guys, you cannot make this up, right? We can't make this up, right? If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. What are we talking about? Discernment. We're talking about discernment. Come on. If you don't want to be involved in somebody's energy, then why the hell are you involved in their energy? I am learning this. My guides are showing me cards. They're dropping cards on me like atomic bombs the last 2 to 3 days. So discernment. If it's not serving you, why the hell are you continuing to do it? Right? Why are you continuing to do it? If it's not serving your energy, if it is not creating a sense of peace for you, if you shudder because you know you have to deal with XYZ for the day, why the hell are you allowing that in your energetic field? Right? Why? Look at me. Why? Dragon farts smell like paprika. Oh my God. I've not had any personal experience in that area. Interdimensionally, we'll have to check that out in a shamanic journey. What do you say? Oh my goodness, we should do an interdimensional dragon journey. Thoughts? We can do that. So, how beautiful of a card is that, right? Right? Use common sense. Fine. Hello. No hot peppers. Dragons. Who was on the flight journey? Who on here was on the journey to flight? We went and jumped off a cliff, didn't we, guys? So within shamanic journey, discernment. Within shamanic journey, we immerse ourselves in these sensations of, I'm learning so much. I've been doing shamanism for over a decade, and I'm always looking to learn new things, right? Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to always take in new information. And I've been learning about sound frequency and brain training and stuff like that. And shit, I got lost. 1 second. So when working with shamanic journey, we are bringing all of the sensations to our brain in a theta brainwave. Okay. Don't follow the leader. We are, don't follow the leader. We had a blast though. And I'll tell you how we did that journey in a minute. We're working with our brainwaves and dropping them to a point where we can bring together visions and images into our mind that help us get into a meditative state. Not only is the sound wave going to do that, but also the visions that we bring in, the visualizations that we bring in, drop us into a deeper state so that we can actually really get entrenched in a meditation and feel everything. I mean, the grass between your feet, the wind under your wings, all of it, right? It's all there. It's all available to every single one of us. We may experience it in a different way. So since I'm pretty clairdynamic, so I kind of have the gamut of clairs, but that may not necessarily be for everybody. So if you're a clairvoyant and you see things, you're going to experience your meditation in a different way than somebody that is a clairaudient, right? Because they're probably going to hear it and feel sketchy on seeing things. So we have to really, have to include everybody's clairs within the journey. So we talk about a little bit of everything in there. And all of a sudden, everything pops into life, whether you saw it, you felt it, you heard it, you tasted it, you smelled it, whatever it is, and you go into this other area. Well, what we were talking about doing is stepping into interdimensional work, which we have to go pretty deep into a shamanic journey to do. But when we're working with interdimensional, we run into animals like mythical animals, dragons, fairies, unicorns. Now I call fairies mythical, but they're actually elemental. They're actually an earthy type of energy, kind of. We think of earth as gnomes, but the fairies are what I consider within our earth realm. Okay. So when working that way, we can experience so many incredible, diverse things. So what we did was we went and we knew, everybody on the journey knew we were going to go journey to flight. Okay. We knew we were going to go journey to flight. So we were in journey, get immersed in the sensation, doing all of that. And then we went and stood on the edge of a cliff and we jumped. No, I don't think we jumped. Does anybody remember? Did we run off the cliff? Did we run straight forward and go off the cliff? I don't quite remember what we did. But the goal here is to feel the wind, because you go down and you turn into a bird and you sweep over top of the water and you can feel the water fluttering under your wings and the feathers fluttering. It's just the most amazing thing. Really is quite beautiful. Night, Aaron. Rest. Get some rest. I feel like you need a rest. We ran off the cliff. Did we run off the cliff? I can't remember. I just kind of got a little. Ooh. You fell face first. I see this that I'm just going to delete some struggle here. How about that? There. I got rid of a struggle for me because I saw it coming down the pike. Okay. So here's a good question too. I get this a lot. What if I fall asleep? Perfect. You just went down deeper into meditation and almost to Delta before anybody else did. So yay. Okay. Let me go back here and read. Go to sleep, Laura. You've had a very, very stressful week. Nicole, what the hell am I doing here? What's up? Are we freaking you out? Are we freaking you out? We do freak some people out. It's okay. You fell face first. It's a troll. You know, it's okay. It's okay. What about traveling to other realms? In Journey, we travel to other realms all the time. All the time. Yes. Shamanic Journey is a different form of meditation. For left brain people, I'm very left brain. My brain's always going. Drives Sam insane. I don't sit still. I have to do something all the time. So very left brain, I couldn't get my brain to slow down enough to get into a deeper meditation. So when I discovered shamanism, the shamanic journey gave my brain a job, and it plays like a movie. And boy, I'll tell you what, fell into that really easy. I'm just singing karaoke. Oh, okay. I like karaoke. Oh, she's singing the song Creeper. Creep. You take special requests. When is your birthday? I should give something away if somebody knows. Somebody on here knows this because my husband's been throwing me under the bus. My birthday is March 5th. I'm a Pisces. I am low-key amazing at singing in the shower. I am to the age, I knew somebody knew it. I am to the age where I don't care. I will get up on karaoke and sing some crankin' Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walk-in. I sing ZZ Top, mountain music. I don't even care. Dude, Dr. Rand tested me because I can't be still. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I have a little bit OCD. It's okay. It's okay. You're a bratty Aries. This is the perfect time for me to plug Tammy Manzo. Tammy Manzo, you guys, if you guys are looking for an astrologer for the year, oh my gosh, let me tell you what. Tammy Manzo rocks it. North Node Venus Astrology here on Facebook. She is drop dead amazing. Her readings are about 2 hours, and I mean to tell you, she doesn't charge enough. She doesn't charge enough. She's just amazing. You always imply your age in these videos, but your age is so young. I agree. You know what? It's the gray hair. It's the gray hair. Jackie Farmer, and the crowd goes wild. Can I get a hello from everybody to Jackie Farmer? I haven't seen her in forever, and she is just like an awesome person. Can everybody say hi, Jackie? Could you link her? I absolutely can link her. She is truly, truly amazing. We have a list of people that we will be doing references to. And she is actually the lady that does the, for our newsletter, she is our astrology contributor. Here's her link. And she's amazing. She really, really, really is amazing. If anybody isn't looking for an astrologer, yeah, look, I mean, Brenda Springer's used her. Ellie Coyle's used her. I mean, she just really is great. I think Ellie Coyle's used her. You had me hooked on late bloomers. This first time I said hi. You said, hold on a second, and I will be right back to you. You have, oh, did I get, here's the question, Jane. Did I come back? Did I come back? Yeah, we do morning coffee, you guys. I was like, wait, I did come back, right? Okay. Jackie's going to be like, what the hell? Jackie and I actually met in Chicago, like before. I didn't do any of this, right, Jackie? Like, I didn't do this. I would only do, damn troll hit your messenger. What troll? Block them. I can't get Messenger. See, they're getting smarter. Block them. If you get something in your Messenger, you guys, do not open it. Just block it. Do not open it. Coffee with whipped cream. No, I think we're gonna start calling coffee crystals and coffee. We're gonna call it crystals and coffee. I did come back good, Gene. Like I followed through, right? Crystals and coffee. You deleted him. Awesome. Thank you. So she probably jumped off here going, holy crap. That happened. Wait a minute, what nuts. So anyways, you guys, we've talked about a lot. We've done a few things, we've seen a few things, right? 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 Okay. You have to prove them. Okay. Good. I love it. I know. Did she say I could use it? I didn't see if she said I could use it. I'm not going to use it if she says, that's mine. She may want to use it. And that's true. That's valid. You know, that's a great name. She may want to be like, my precious, and keep it. If not, it's going to be in a coffee mug somewhere. I have to write that down. Hold on. I want to make sure I don't forget that. Okay. I hope you guys learned something tonight. I'll take a sweatshirt and a t-shirt and a coffee mug. Right? I'm going to be I'm so many other things I'm supposed to be doing tonight. My jewelry desk is a disaster because I just put out the Cricut, right? I moved everything on one side of the desk to the other side of the desk. That's what you're supposed to do. And so yeah. So I need to fix that. But you don't think I can be the pink-haired lady no more? I think I'm staying bald. It looks good on you. Yes, she said yes. Thank you. So I really hope something, because that's what we're doing, right? We're sharing information. We're having a good time. We're just going back and forth. And you love your Cricut. My mom has one in Florida, so I bought one for her, and I just bought one for myself. And so many great things are about to happen. And I know, Patty, I just got cabochons in today. I'm waiting on the cab cups. And they're going to be a little different. Is that okay? They're going to be a little different than my Metatron one. So these are going to be larger. The stones will be larger. And they're going to set more like circles off to the side and the points here. So any messages of what not to do? Don't play with Ouija boards. Don't run in the streets. Don't chase headlights. Don't lick cold poles, because you know that your tongue will stick to that. And stay 6 feet apart from other people at the moment, just for safety's sake. We don't want anybody sick, right? Katrina's like, I'm going to sit down this weekend and watch the videos in the library. There's a lot of videos. We've been doing this now since June. I was in Hawaii when we started this. We were living in Hawaii. You think? Always wear clean underwear when you go out, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Don't torment spirits. Absolutely. We would have seances when we were a kid. Now over Halloween, we had a seance here. I'm extremely sensitive to the yay, subscribed to, thank you to the, I don't wear underwear. I love the answers on this, you know. Okay, Mom. But yeah, I totally forgot where I was going. Shit. There's Jackie. Okay. I totally forgot. We would try. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh yeah, okay, I remember where we were. We are always very, very, very respectful. Trying to contact Jack the Ripper, maybe not so great. That's how 80s horror films start, right? That and running into the dark attic basements too. Any place you can't get out of, that's where the 80s movies start. So when we go to Savannah, when we meet in Savannah, you guys, we will be walking around and doing paranormal investigation. We do not poke the ghosts. We do not poke spirits because they are somebody's loved one, right? You missed, Jackie, you have to scroll back up, man. Like I said hi, say hi to Jackie, and you had this huge string of people say hi. You guys. I love you guys. I do love you guys. So I'm gonna look into Salem. I will look into Salem. You'll have to look up Jackie because I'm like, she probably left. We scared the hell out of her. How do you stay protected in those situations with scary energies? I was telling him, Jackie, that we've met back before I did any of this, like really, I did, we were working, her and I met through, I don't remember how we met, maybe Akashic Records. And I would only do through typing. I wouldn't even meet anybody. I was always nervous to meet anybody. Yeah, I didn't do that. So do you still have Metacotron grids? I do. I think I have a couple over there. I'll have to look. When we're doing this, you have to be really, they're somebody's loved ones. They're just stuck. They're just stuck. Unless you come to a residual. They're just a memory. But no, you wear crystals. You call in Archangel Michael. He is kick ass. Absolutely. You're psychic, Jennifer. You are like the bomb psychic, right? So you wear crystals, you wear an obsidian, you wear something to protect yourself. Some little widget, some little, bag, whatever. A crystal. Sage yourself before, sage yourself after, call in your kick-ass protector guides, call in Archangel Michael, and be present, paying attention to the energies you are engaging. If you aren't engaging with a negative energy, then what the hell are you engaging with a negative energy for? You shut your energy down and you help it move across by asking Archangel Michael to deal with that. Okay, we don't engage with negative. We don't poke at negative, absolutely. But wear something, save yourself, call in Michael, call in your protector guides, and take care of yourself energetically. Don't poke it. I know we need to do it again. I know we keep saying that. We need to have a chat. We need to just sit and chat. We need to do that. Message me, and we'll do it. We'll do this. How to see if an orb is a spirit or just dust. Orbs emanate their own light and are few and far between. They're very few and far between, and they have an independent direction. So they can switch directions and ooh. Okay, here's an example. Dust. Orb. But they emanate their own light. We have a video. If you go back into the videos on My Mystical Life, I think it was like a week and a half ago. We were channeling Commander Ashtar, and right beforehand, I think it was right beforehand, or it was right after, we had an orb that come back here, and as soon as the orb went, I clipped it, so it's only like a minute clip if you find it. As soon as that happened, my video clicked and it froze, and I caught the orb in the frame, and you can see I circled it on the video clip, or I put arrows there. So there's a very big distinction between an orb and just dust. The other thing you'll see this one cracks me up because it's like, it just cracks me up. Bugs. You'll see a bug. And you know that when a bug flutters, they call them spirals, right? They call them spirals because they look like they're spiraling. Well, that's their bug leg, their bug wings. So spirals, unless they come across and they're fluorescent green and I'm like really wowed, I don't pay a lot of attention. I just don't. I did a lot of debunking when I was in paranormal investigation. What are you talking about? About pepper spray? Hold on, I gotta. What crystals should I bring to Savannah? I suggest tourmaline. Always love tourmaline. A snowflake. Obsidian is always nice. Obsidians are great for that. Any type of smoky quartz would be a great crystal for protection. Blue kyanite is a wonderful. Black kyanite, incredible for protection. Great stuff. My best friend catches them in pictures, and you can see pictures of her son, father, and aunt. You've had spirit contact. Yeah, have you ever been to Lilydale? I have not been to Lilydale, but my friend and I were talking about taking a road trip to Lilydale this summer because I've never been, and we're not that far. I mean, it's in New York now, right? So we're not that far. Yeah, Archangel Michael and tourmaline, man, those are the protections go to. Like Jennifer, disengage. Right? That's our choice, to disengage. It is our choice to disengage. It's our energy. People don't trust themselves enough to just lock that down. And you really should just, it's yours. You do. You have to understand the other side. You do. You live right next to a ghost town? Where? Oh, Jenna, good night, girl. Good night. We have shamanic chat. Nope. We did that already. We did that on the 10th. Never mind. Okay. We were talking about Metatron at that time, and then the orb showed up. Yeah, we were talking about Metatron. That's right. Thank you, Isis. Yeah, isn't that sad, Renee, when the graves are untidy? But you know what? I don't think they care. I really don't think they care. I don't think. Selenite, that's great for filtering. Absolutely. What leaves an energy trail like a comet? Generally, bugs. Yeah, black kyanite. Let's go to Lilydale. You guys want me to let you know when I head to Lilydale? I've never been. We don't live too far from Camp Chesterfield either. You have a yin necklace, black obsidian and hellite. I was gifted a Pishu donut. It's really beautiful. And it's black obsidian. I think I'm going to make a protection amulet out of that. Katrina Jackson, there's a spirit that keeps shaking my bed around 3 a.m. That is so annoying. Do you know who and why they're doing this? I don't know who and why they're doing this, but please ask them to stop and set hours of, you cannot bother me between this time and this time. It's really rude. It's rude for them to do that. I know that's silly, right? It's rude. The ghost is rude, really. But between certain times, you can tell them, you got to leave me alone. If you don't mind them generally, don't worry about it. Between outside of your time frame. But when you're sleeping, tell them, when I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping. You need to leave me. You will leave me alone. And it's amazing how they listen. Most of the time, unless it's an ex-boyfriend that wants you to read poems. But he's gone now. And then the chair broke a couple days later. I know, I'm so sad. I'm like, now I'm looking for another original chair, right? It's such a happy chair. I'm wondering if I can take it and get it fixed. Sam's like, just get another chair. I'm like, I like the chair. Just bring Lisa. Lilydale. It sounds fun. I've been watching for over a year. I've never asked for anything except to be notified of an upcoming paid class. I've never been acknowledged. Good to know where I stand. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything. I might not have either seen it, or I'm very sorry, Teresa. Which class is it? I really try to be on top of it, but I do get a ton of messages and I try to respond right away. I am really, really sorry. Which class is it? Because I never want anybody to feel underappreciated, ever, ever. Yeah, it's a little surprising, right? You can't bother me between 12 midnight for 24 hours, right? Okay. Let's see. Yay, Kaylee. I will talk to you later. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome. I'm surprised my dogs have not complained. I never want anybody to feel like I've neglected them. Now that's going to like ride me. I'm going to have to ever, 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 ever. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Find joy, find love, find light, feel divine because you are. And if Sam was here, he would say, may the light be with you always. All right, guys, talk to you later. Thank you for being here tonight. I really try not to. I might not get back to somebody like right away, but I really, if I've read, I really, really try. Okay. No, it's really, it's not okay, because if somebody messaged me and I failed to return something, that rides me a lot. It really does. Now I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find it. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. I will talk to you guys later.